Alright, quick update on OGN. So it looks like we found our bottom down here on the 618 Fibonacci. It was starting to look quite sticky for OGN really. I mean, we barely held on to this 618, but you can really see we're having an impulse in volume right now. The daily bearish momentum on the squeeze mom is really starting to subside, and on the 4-hourly, we have just recently flipped back bullish on the squeeze mom momentum indicator. So I really see what OGN doing right now is somewhat of a market outlier, and I'm personally being slightly cautious on this. I said I was going to buy a retest of the 618, but this is before Bitcoin started to kind of act up a tiny bit. I am of the opinion that Bitcoin could potentially be setting up for a flush out to 40,000. Whether that happens or not, obviously yet to be seen, but I do think it's likely Bitcoin can have a flush out to 40,000. So I am just being kind of conservative about, entering a trade right now on OGN. So personally, I'm not entering a trade. If you watch my videos since I started covering OGN, we got down here, around about 30 cent or so. I told you I was taking profits when we first topped out around here, and I said I was looking to use that profits to get back in if we bounce off the 618. For the reason of Bitcoin being quite shaky right now and being below the daily EMAs, I'm going to have to pass on the trade and sit on the sidelines. Nonetheless, your moon line for the bulls is really your 200-day moving average still. I said this before, if we put in daily closes above this, which is now around about 65 cent, if we start putting in daily closes above 65 cent, I think we could have a very, very high chance of a big move coming, and we do need a daily push above the 200-day, and we need to see it retested as support, because you can see previously when I told you, keep an eye on this trade, because, up to the first fib, or the 618, up to the 618 fib up here at $1, I said we need to break above the 200-day, back test it on a daily, and then have a push up, and you can see we closed the daily, back tested it, and fell for it like butter. So we never got in on that breakout trade. I'm still being conservative, and I'm personally not looking to trade any more OGN at the moment. I do think we're having a nice setup right now, but I am just going to be slightly cautious on this while Bitcoin is still making its decision on what it's going to do, because if you look at the squeeze mon momentum indicator, it's reset to the downside. So if we don't start having a very strong reversal in the next couple of days, well, in the next day really, I mean, we need to start taking off now, in my opinion. Otherwise, the squeeze momentum indicator is going to head to the downside, and we could have a flush out to 40,000. So I'm not 100% convinced we could be coming down to 40,000. The technicals are pointing to it, in my opinion, but I wouldn't be shorting Bitcoin or anything. I wouldn't be bearish while we're still in this big uptrend. It is just something to keep your eyes on. And anyway, I mean, I think OGN, it's really saving itself right now, because we've back tested the 786 and these daily EMAs. And we're looking good. From a technical perspective, if I was only looking at OGN and not taking into account what's happening with Bitcoin, then I would be entering a trade. But I'm just going to be cautious. I already do have a small bag of OGN. What you do with your money's up to you. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. But yeah, this is your moonline, 65 cent. If we have a daily close and a back test of it, I'd basically be assuming that we're going to come up to $1, which is a breakout trade of approximately 57%. So good risk to reward ratio right there by itself. But yeah, I'm going to sit out on the sideline for this one. I already have a small bag of OGN that I'm looking to take profit at the $1, and for the reasons that I said, Bitcoin is being quite sticky right now. I'm going to have to sit on the sideline for this one. But OGN by itself, looking at the chart, looks very good, picking up bullish momentum again. 4-hourly EMAs could be getting ready to flip and fire a bullish signal again, but squeeze mon momentum indicator is heading bullish, so this is going to allow us to get more volume in, more retail traders pumping up the price. And once these EMA ribbons kind of flip bullish on the 4-hourly, then I think we could have a very nice shot of taking out 65 cent and heading up all the way to $1. So keep your eyes on 65 cent. I'd need a daily close and a back test of it before I would be saying $1 is coming. Obviously $1 is on the table, but yeah, I need to see a back test of the 200-day, because previously we didn't fare too well when we back tested the 200-day. So that's all I see for OGN. Best of luck if you're in it. Once again, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.